Welcome back to the garage, guys. Today we're releasing our newest and possibly best machine yet, the JD's Garage Mini 3D printed version. We felt like we needed this design for a few reasons. One, it fits our needs better. Most of the parts we do and we fabricate are small parts. And two, it's a faster and easier setup from storage to the time we're cutting. So those are the main reasons for us why we came out with this new design. From an end user standpoint, this machine is very simple to make. There's no cutting required of any of the material. It comes in pre-cut. The electronics are simple. The board comes pre-flashed with the firmware. All the wiring is very simple. It's just plug and play. You just take the pre-made cable, plug it into the motor, plug it into the control board. There's only a couple circuits that really need to be wired traditionally. And the last thing is that it has a very quick build time. We actually did the final assembly on this one in a few hours. So another reason why we went down this path is we wanted to get people into plasma cutting who had a very small budget. Our initial goal to build the CNC, to buy a plasma cutter and get a complete working unit, we had a goal of $500. Did we meet the $500? Yes, we meet it, and we even exceeded it. You can have this whole unit with one of the plasma cutters for around 400 bucks. If you have a compatible plasma cutter already, you can do this build, do it at a starting point of just over 250 bucks for the CNC machine. The machine is based off of 20 by 40 aluminum extrusion that comes pre-cut to length. There's also holes drilled in the end that are the proper size holes to run a tap down. But tapping is required on some of these extrusions. The main part of the frame is held together by T-nuts. T-nuts are slid into the aluminum extrusion, and then the 3D printed parts are installed. The 3D printed parts are printed in such a manner that allows the machine during assembly to square up automatically. There is some fine tuning that may be required. One important feature of the Mini are the electromagnetic feet that are attached to each corner of the Mini. These magnets lock the machine down onto the metal or onto the cutting base, depending upon what you're using. The machine is so light and has the ability to move so fast that just the inertia from the movement, starting and stopping, can cause the machine to move on the metal or on the base. So the magnets are extremely important with the design. The sum of the four magnets have a holding power of approximately 70 pounds of force, so it should hold this machine locked to the metal quite well. This machine has 20 different 3D printed parts. The sum of those parts in weight is about 800 grams, so one spool will print all the parts for this machine. The aluminum extrusions have a V slot in them, and we have the corresponding wheels that go on the Y gantries. Two of the wheels on each side of the Y gantry have a fixed axle. The third wheel has an eccentric nut that allows you to set tension on the extrusion to get a nice smooth ride. The drive system utilizes a GT2 belt system. This belt system is clamped into place on the frame using the bolts and a T-nut system, and we just use a needle nose and twist to tension the belt properly. The 3D printed version of the Mini has dust covers on the Y gantries to help keep some of the plasma dust out of the drive mechanism. As far as the electronics, all of the electronics are mounted on this wafer board. This wafer board is then slid inside the box after all the components are mounted to it. The end plates of the electrical box require a number of holes to be drilled into them for cables and for cooling fans. The plans contain a printable template with center marks to drill each hole. Cooling fans and motor cables just simply plug into the appropriate locations on the control board. We call out this real slick power supply that's almost the exact same dimension as the 20 by 40 tube, so it bolts on and gives a nice clean look. Here's a 360 spin around of the completed machine. We think it looks really sharp with the red and black colors. We wrote a little test program for the machine to show just how fast it really goes. This is by far our fastest machine. It's got some really high precision drivers in it. So go ahead, Jackson, hit the script. So you can see this machine is really moving. For the first cuts of the machine, we just simply set the machine on the water pan of one of our other designs, and we're using the slats in the water pan from that for these first cuts. In an effort to keep costs down for the total cost of the project, it was important to find plasma cutters to attach to the machine at a reasonable price. We found two plasma cutters, one's under $170, the other's under $140, that seem to work very well with this machine. We wouldn't recommend putting them on one of our other machines, but for this machine, they work very well. Well guys, this is the very first cut with the JD's Garage Mini. It turned out really, really nice. We are using a brand new plasma cutter that we haven't used before. We just did some test cuts on it. We're not sure the settings and the speed. We can see that we got a little bit of too long of a pierce delay on here. We're getting a little bit of a hole there on these straight lines. You know, on a circle with a lead in, you don't run into that, but when it's a straight line, you need to get your pierce delays a little closer. Here on these, it was actually piercing inside the old hole or the other line from before, so you don't see the pierce. On the circles or the cutouts, it's got a lead in so you don't see the pierce. There's been no cleanup on this piece yet. We haven't done anything, so you see a little slag. If we flip the piece over, you can see a little bit more slag on the back side, you know, on some of these small cuts, but a very acceptable amount. This should clean up very, very easy. Well, we're cutting out the parts for the mini steel version. So for those of you that don't have a 3D printer, we're coming out with a second design that uses all metal plates to replace the 3D printed parts. And it's actually, a machine is a little bit stiffer and a little bit more robust. Well, there you go. It looks like a nice cut job for the mini metal. So far, we've shown the mini cutting in a portable mode. And for most people, that's probably going to be what they're going to do. But some people are going to want to have a tabletop version or more of a permanent version. So the plans do contain an optional base that you can make with disposable cutting slats in it that you can sit on. And this base is designed to take any size metal. You can have metal that's bigger than the base and to set on top, and the machine will clamp down through the metal onto the base. Or you can have smaller pieces of metal that just stay contained within the base like a traditional setup. Since we have a welder, we just welded the base together, but it'd be just as easy to bolt this thing together. You would drill through the bottom piece of tubing and only through one wall of the top piece of tubing and use about a 2-inch bolt to bolt it together. And then the slat holders, you could just use a self-tapping screw in through the side of the slat holders and into the tube frame. So here we are using the base in a configuration with metal that is larger than the base. We simply put the base down, set the metal on. In some cases you may need to support the outboard sections of the metal, and then we put the mini on top of it and activate the magnets.
Some really good cuts there with the Mini. Really good.
And here we're using the base in a traditional setup. We have the magnets activated and attaching the Mini to the base, and we're just setting the metal on the cutting slats. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed this overview of the JD's Garage Mini 3D printed version. This machine is extremely portable, extremely versatile. You can use the electromagnets and clamp it to metal at just about any angle you want, and the machine will just stick there, do your cut job, unclamp it, and put it away. It's nice and portable, easy to take out, put away. If you'd like to build one of the JD's Garage Mini 3D printed versions, we have plans available on our website. See the link below. If you guys like what we're doing and would like to support the channel, consider buying us a cup of coffee at the link down below. Well, thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. We appreciate it. Make sure to like and subscribe.